Hello there, and welcome back to the Net Report. Chris here. I'm once again joined by my co host Jacob, and we're finally back. It's about damn time, and we're here with quite a few fun sports topics to talk about today. So let's get right back into it, all around MLB, NBA, NFL, something for everyone today. But we're gonna
We're
jump right in.
fucking back.
Hell yeah, we are.
Go. Fucking sports with the homie, the number one homie, top G, Big Christopher. Let's
Mm
go. Sports.
hmm.
Football. Soccer. Not today.
Not, yeah.
Baseball. Basketball. Let's go. What do you got on the top of the board? What's going on?
All right, so we're gonna start off in the NFL world. NFL training camp's been going on, and if this was a Madden game, we need to turn those injuries off because it's getting a
Shut them
little
off.
out of hand, just a little bit. No, it's not a little
2%.
bit. It's very out of hand. It's
2%.
pretty bad.
2% bad.
So, I mean, just today, we had someone go down with an ACL. We had like three other injury announcements. Everything's just been straight bad news right now, and it's been not really fun because usually you want to see, oh, this rookie's blossoming. Oh, this guy's looking good. Nope, just straight death on the agenda. So I know you got a little list
Yeah,
over there.
I'll read off some names, but just kind of OTAs, preseason practice, preseason games. Just it's inevitable that we're going to get injuries like this. It sucks every year. I wouldn't say every team every season has a significant one in the preseason, but it does feel like every team, for the most part, can point to it's like, wow, we lost them before they even got to show us what they had this season.
Hmm.
Earlier last week, we had Jamal Adams, who was going to be a big key cog in the Vikings defense. Out. I want to say he got carted off. I think it was a knee injury, season ending, gone. Jeremiah Love, number 3 pick in the NFL draft for the Cardinals. For whatever reason, they decided to have him run like 12, 15 times in the first preseason game, which is insane. Now he's week to week, and we're not sure if he's going to be cleared for week 1. Brees Hall went down untouched the other day in practice. Sounds like it's
My
nothing major.
sunshine.
Thank God. Whenever you hear injury untouched, you immediately go for ACL. But sounds like it was just some minor hamstring thing. Hopefully, not that hamstrings are minor. Few weeks there, but still, Jordan Tyson, another
Mm.
high, very highly sought out rookie for over in New Orleans, hamstring injury out. Sounds like at least 2 months. Won't be ready for the start of the season. That's a huge part there. Just today, Chargers starting center Tyler Biadasz out for the year. It feels like Justin Herbert every single season
Running
has
for his
been
life.
down offensive linemen. They're just a rotating cast of offensive linemen for Justin Herbert. And then the big one today, Jaden Higgins. Looked like he was going to take a step into probably the wide receiver 2 role this
Hmm.
season over in Houston. ACL out the season. Um, Tyler Warren went down in the Colts preseason game today. I haven't seen any update on the groin injury there, but he obviously came out. I don't know if there was any update post game. The other day, Kyle Managai had hyperextended his knee. He's considered week to week. And even before that, I mean, there's been just a litany of injuries.
Hmm.
I don't think that Christian McCaffrey's actually practiced at all once this
No,
preseason or through
Jud-
OTAs.
Judkins didn't practice either. There's
Judkins
been
didn't
a
practice today. I saw. I don't
mhm,
know if that was
look
precautionary or what the deal was
precautionary, but
there. I know Parker Washington's being held out for the rest of the preseason because of something that happened in practice. Alec Pierce either hasn't practiced or is not going to be practicing for the rest of preseason. For anyone who's very big into fantasy football, these are all very big outside of like Tyler Biadasz, the starting offensive lineman. I mean, that matters if you're picking Justin Herbert, I guess, but these are all like position players who were big implications for all of them in the first few rounds.
mhm.
Um, it's just really annoying to see players' seasons get set back before they really even start. Like you hear it, you see it every season. I would say when you don't go through that full training process, going like building the team chemistry, going through the plays, just kind of getting in the groove of things. Those first few weeks, it takes you a few extra weeks through the season when you do come back to kind of get into your repertoire. We kind of saw it last season with Terry McLaurin. Very different situation. That was more of a contract holdout when compared to injuries like these. But it was a very down year for him because of the contract holdout. He didn't really practice at all with the team, and the results reflected with that as far as the team chemistry for that team.
And then
Just
just
very annoying stuff.
And then it goes back to like he's another perfect example of like, okay, he got back on the field for a couple weeks, got injured again, out the season, just not really conditioned enough because you're dealing with these injuries so early on, and that's going to be something to look out for guys like Kamara, Brees Hall, Jeremiah
Kamara
Love,
completely missed that one.
Jeremiah Love, Brees Hall. They're all probably going to miss a week or two to start, if not that. Training camps. Devontae Smith also is another guy who's missed all of training camp.
Hasn't practiced, yeah.
It's like these
Makai
are
Lemon hasn't practiced yet, as
Mhm.
far as I know of either.
Nope. So it's a lot of guys who just aren't gonna practice, and they might miss week 1, week 2. Who knows? Most of them won't, but there's a couple up in the air. And
Yeah.
when these carry on into the season, it's not good because obviously they're not going to be playing as well, and it's just a matter of like all it takes is for them to aggravate that injury, not sit out enough time, and you're gone for 6 to 8 weeks more, possibly even the whole season. McLaurin is literally the perfect example of that last year.
Yeah.
Speaking firsthand as someone who had him in fantasy.
Yeah, no, same. And it almost makes me brings up the light bulb. It was like, why do we even need preseason games?
Mhm,
Like I get if an injury happens during preseason OTAs and preseason like joint practices and stuff, but you're not going like full pat like you're not going 100 miles an hour.
mhm.
And I get you wanna simulate to a degree real life games, but why are we risking in a full contact sport? Why are we risking severe injuries for games that don't matter? Like it especially in like when you look at the Jeremiah Love situation. This is your number 3 overall pick, and you gave him 12 to 15 touches in his first preseason game. Why? What like usually you do that for like your 6th round pick or some undrafted free agent or just some free agent you signed off the street, but like they're your 4th or 5th guy on their depth chart. You're trying to see them like actually get legitimate reps. What do you need to see here?
I think it goes
Genuinely.
back to I think that one, like in particular, is a really bad example of why you shouldn't, but be having these guys, especially in the preseason games. But a lot of these, like to be fair, have just been freak training camp accidents to where I just look and I'm like, wow,
I
this
know.
happened at training camp. This happened like wow, like I don't know what can be done to prevent that because a lot of them are like hamstrings, non-contact. That's not something that's super easily avoidable,
No,
but
I'm with you 100%, but I'm just saying at least if we limit the amount of exposure prior to games that actually matter. Like I know like if one of my starting receivers in the Patriots just went down in the preseason game this weekend, I'd lose my goddamn mind. Like legitimately.
yeah, I mean,
It's just mind-boggling why. I mean, there was a time for the youngins out there. There was 4 preseason games. Now
yeah.
there's 3, and it still feels like that's probably one too many. Because I mean, w none of your starters are gonna play one of those games for sure, just guaranteed. Most of them probably aren't gonna play 2 of the 3 games. You probably have 1 game where most of your starters are actually gonna play, and that's just to
Mhm.
give them, like,
A
2 or
drive or
3,
two.
drive reps.
Mhm.
So it's like, why do we really need that many preseason games? But the alternative is if we take a preseason game away, the NFL is gonna be like, "Oh, well, then let's just give ourselves another in-season
Regular season,
game."
yeah, and
And
then
then it's
no one makes it to the
that's what's gonna
playoffs.
happen. Yeah, everyone's just dead. We're all
So,
limping with rubber bands for ACLs
mhm,
and Achilles, and it's just like, all right, well, the healthiest team wins the Super Bowl, and it's not the most talented team anymore.
yeah. So it's the NFL, the Shield's gotta make its money one way or another, and I mean, that's just the way it crumbles sometimes. It's
Ooh,
unfortunate, especially
capitalism! Yay! Let's go!
it's unfortunate the way the cookie crumbles, but I don't know, this year's just felt a little bit worse than others. I don't know what else to tell you other than we need to
I
be
would I
drinking
would
that
I would
muscle
love to
milk
look back
and
and see if it has been.
And
I would
maybe
love
it's
to know
just
if it
maybe
actually
prisoner
is
in the
worse.
moment, but
Yeah,
you
it
can
must.
drink the
I
muscle
hope it is
milk,
just
wrap
that
them
good.
in bubble
It does
wrap. I
feel
don't
like
know,
it's been a
man.
lot, at least for like impactful players thus
Hmm.
far, at least. Like every like I feel like I've sent you 5, 3 or 4 a
I
day,
wake
every
up I
day of
wake
like
up every morning
impactful.
to someone on my fantasy team, mind you, someone on my dynasty fantasy
Yeah,
team. Wake up the other day, Brees Hall non-contact injury.
injury
I'm like,
update.
what is going on? Jaden Higgins this morning tore his ACL. I'm like, come on, man, cut me a break. Alvin Kamara already
It said,
dealing
"Cut
with
me a
knee.
break."
Like, come on, man.
Come on.
I can't catch a break this year, but really
No,
nobody
you
can.
can't.
And that's why
No.
this is a public service announcement as to why you wait till after preseason to draft your fantasy teams.
Yeah, if there's any sickos out there who are trying to draft fantasy teams before the preseason's over, you're a sicko. Get
Hmm.
help. You
Yeah,
just want to be pain. You want to be in pain. You want to know what happens when you don't wait until the end of the preseason? You draft Andrew Luck in a top 3 round, and then he retires. That's what
yeah,
happens when you
yeah.
don't wait.
That
So
was a
for the love
canon
of
event.
God, wait.
You know what else was a canon event? Le'Veon Bell.
Patience. Nope, that didn't happen. Le'Veon Bell did not go number 1 in any fantasy drafts I've ever been a part of. He didn't sit out that season. Didn't happen. Oh, and FYI, the Colts are a dark horse team this year.
We're not doing this again. We're not doing this again. Anyways,
Moving on.
yeah. We'll move on to the next topic we
Let's
got.
switch gears and switch sports
Hmm.
to somehow an even more depressing topic. At least for me.
No, it is more
Major
depressing.
League Baseball
Hmm.
and the MLB Players Association have a CBA negotiation actively going on, and if you've lived under a rock, good for you. You don't know this. We are almost assuredly heading towards some sort of lockout next year. Between the Players Association and Major League Baseball. Why? Money. It's always money. Um, it basically boils down to the owners would like to not spend as much money. Shocking. Rich people don't want to spend money. Owners are saying, well, we want to put a salary cap so that we don't have to actually pay more than this amount of money. Even though currently MLB teams have unrestricted cap, there are tax bans where you get penalized and taxed based on how much you actually spend, but there's no like cap physically. I could spend $1 billion on players and there's nothing anyone can do about it. A la LA Dodgers. The Players Association say, well, that's not fair to us. Why, after almost 120, I'd have to actually look it up, like 110, 150, 120 years of baseball, where it's been not unregulated, but uncapped cap. Why all of a sudden do you want to limit how much we as players can be paid? So what we feel is there should be a salary floor that the cheaper owners and cheaper teams have to spend up to a certain threshold. So, the Player Association are here for a salary floor. The owners say, well, we're here, we want a salary cap, but not a salary floor because that doesn't feel fair to our cheap owners. And there's nowhere in the middle they want to meet right now.
Hmm.
There's other factors going into it, like the Major League Baseball wanting to restrict how many years a player can get on a contract, and just all these taking away our players wanting to take away arbitration years so they can get to free agency sooner. Because baseball is kind of like the only sport where you're basically held hostage after you're drafted by a team for like 8 years. I'd have to look at the actual number, but it's a long, long
Yeah.
time that you're basically tied to that organization. Whereas any other sport, it's 4 or 5 years
Hmm.
minimum. Baseball, it's like 8 or 9 before you ever get to make your first genuine
Hmm.
decision
And
um,
the
about
closest
where you
kind
would
of
actually like to play.
the closest kind of example I can give, I guess, is restricted free agency. But even then, at least you get paid, and the team has to
No.
match. It's not even
Restricted free
close.
agency is a hot garbage mess. It's actually insane.
Hmm.
The NBA, just totally not off topic, but wholly tangential. Restricted free agency, it blows my mind that in the last CBA they did nothing to address it, because at least the last 3 seasons that I can remember, restricted free agents are just kind of out there. Teams are afraid to
Mhm.
give them offer sheets because it ties up their cap for so long that it is a death sentence for a team to offer an offer sheet.
I think that's more of
And
a symptom, though, I think, of the recent CBA agreement. It wasn't a problem 5, 6 years ago before we got into this whole
sure, and we can get into some second
but
apron
that's
issues that are
that's
related
that's
to that
something that's
later
an
on in the show. But
yeah.
no, that's the closest, I guess,
Mhm.
similarity to it.
Not close at
Um,
all, but similar.
what does sure, close but not, but let's keep chugging along.
Mhm.
Um, as a baseball fan, it is genuinely depressing. The signs have been kind of written on the wall for about a season or two now. This is where we're heading. And everyone wants to point to the big bad Dodgers as like, oh, well, they're the reason we're heading towards a lockout. At times, I will also say that because I can get very caught up in the moment. Post them trading for Tarek Skubal, back to back Cy Young winner, and they got him for pennies on the dollar. It feels like prior this past offseason, they signed one of the best offensive free agents in Kyle Tucker. Got him for like a 40 million average annual value. It was ridiculous. They signed the best closer reliever in baseball and Edwin Diaz. They're both underperforming, mind you, well below their standards in season, and it affects them zippo.
Mm,
But it has been like a string of best player on the market. Dodgers was
done.
going to give him a
Mhm.
million bajillion dollars, and they're going to go there. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, over and over and over again. We've seen them just collect players. Roki Asaki from Japan, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, two high key premier Japanese free agents. They just signed like that. Like it was just a given. That's where they were gonna go. Um, like their collection as a team is like the Infinity Gauntlet. It's genuinely insane, top to bottom.
Mhm.
Um, and everyone everyone else who's not the Dodgers feel like there's an unfair advantage with them. Um, I won't say that that's the reason we're heading towards a lockout. I would say it is
S
a small
combina
microcosm,
combination of
probably.
everything.
It combination of everything. There's a lot of contributing factors. A lot
Mhm.
of it being cheap owners who, for years, just refuse to spend more than like $30 or $40 million on their team. Pittsburgh Pirates, Tampa Bay Rays, even when Rays have been contenders, refuse to spend money.
Yep.
Baltimore Orioles, Oakland, no longer Oakland, but soon to be Las Vegas Athletics. Like just cheap owners who just refuse to spend more than like 40 or 45 million on their baseball team when you've got teams like the Red Sox, Yankees, Dodgers, Giants, who are all spending upwards of 180 to 250 million dollars. And I get it; those are premier markets. No one's asking you to spend 180, 250 million, but spending 30 or 40 million when singular players can at times go for 25, 30 million is just downright
It's
embarrassing.
unacceptable.
And
And
no, totally unacceptable. And that has built up over years and years and years and years. And then that has led to premier players being traded to the Dodgers or left open to free agency because those other teams don't want to pay them. And then teams like the Dodgers have like, oh, we have all the money in the world because it's LA and we have a great TV deal. So please come here. We'll defer all the money to 2035. We don't care. Come over here. We'll win a few
mhm.
World Series. No big deal. Um, I think the last lockout we had with MLB was 97. And that had the government, like the US government basically had to put an end to it. Like they had to like mediate that to get baseball back. I think we're heading towards another very ugly lockout just because we're so far apart on these two subjects.
Mhm.
Genuinely. Like
And
the players don't want to restrict how much they can make and owners are cheap. Like it's shocking.
and as someone who obviously you're the more diehard baseball fan, I think we know that between the two of us. I'm a little bit more casual, and that's fine. I think just for the health of the game too, like just in general, the health of the sport,
Parity. Just general parity.
we really do need a salary floor and a salary cap. Both sides are. Will that happen? I don't know. I don't know how the side's going to mediate, but just for the health of the sport, a salary floor for those teams like you mentioned, the Athletics, the Tampa Bay Rays, the no more 45 $50 million payroll. Like, we need to stop that. That's going to help the bottom of the league, especially the players like on the bottom who are stuck making, you know, pennies or whatever. That's going to help that part of the league. And then obviously salary cap, yeah, they're worried about players, not making as much on the top end, or stars like that's why everyone's going to the Dodgers or whatnot. Because the Tigers don't want to pay schoolball. The Rays don't want to pay whoever the heck they have, but at the end of the day, that floor is going to help mediate that problem. Cap's going to fix that high end other problem where it's like, okay, now we have the Dodgers have everybody and their grandmother. It's just, as someone who is a casual baseball fan and wants to see the health of the sport succeed, it's hard to get into the baseball season when it's like, and the Rays are good right now, mind you, but it's hard to get into when
They've
you're
been good before, and they do this shit every single time.
it's hard to get
Never
into
fail.
the sport when you're a poor Athletics fan or whatever, you're a poor Tigers fan who they're terrible because they're terrible usually because their owners don't spend. Like, it's that simple.
Yeah.
And it's depressing. And you wonder, unless you're just like in a big market or a bandwagon fan, there's no reason for you to get into the sport of baseball. And I think that's just bad for
Didn't
the.
used to be this. It genuinely did not used to be this bad. Like the
Mhm.
Tigers used to be a premier team.
Mhm.
Like at one point, Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, like they had like Miguel Cabrera. Like they had these players. They paid big
Mhm.
money. And like I just looked at it. Like if we look at like the last, like, call it 9 World Series winners, no small market teams.
Nope.
Atlanta Braves, LA Dodgers, Washington Nationals, which some could argue is a smaller market team, but
Mhm.
they were 7th in payroll in that year that they won the World Series, 170 million. 18 Red Sox, 17 Astros, 16 Cubs, all big market teams. So I I will never say that the team that spends the most wins the World Series.
But they're pretty well correlated.
True. New York Mets have spent a buttload of money the last few seasons, haven't made it to the World Series. Yankees, top spenders for the last ever, haven't won the World Series in over 2 decades, I want to say.
Mhm.
Um the Dodgers, yes, have won it back to back years, but there have been years obviously where they have been number one spenders and have not won it.
Mhm.
Now, do I think they're gonna probably win it again this year and three-peat? Probably. But this more than any sport, this feels like the sport where you are genuinely disadvantaged unless you're the Tampa Bay Rays because they work on legitimate devil magic. Where if you don't spend in the top half of the
Mhm.
league, you're just you could make it. You can make it to the playoffs, like you can, because chemistry is a real thing. Being hot in baseball is a real thing. Um, there's no way where I can see a bottom half spending team in this current build an environment of Major League Baseball winning a World Series. I just
Mhm.
until I see it, I don't. I have to physically witness it with my eyes to believe it. I
Mhm.
don't see it happening.
Yeah, just so much like we said for the health of the sport, and like we said, it's going to be an ugly lockout. Both sides are not
Oh,
going to
it's
want to give
so
in,
ugly. It's gonna be
but
horrendous.
I'm really hoping I'm really hoping we get both. I'm hoping we get that salary floor and a salary cap. Like I said, just for the health of the league, and I think it will better overall. It would benefit really both sides. I mean, I guess owners that don't want to spend money, I guess it's not going to benefit them, but
Well,
like,
I can see how in the moment players can say giving us a salary cap doesn't help us because yes, I'm with you there.
but
But I feel like if you crunch the numbers and you
mhm,
said, but more teams are actually going to spend X amount of
mhm,
dollars, like if you said that instead of these 10 teams are only going to spend between 40 and 70 million or 40 and 80 million, they
and
all
that
have to spend up to 120 million.
mhm.
That's a big difference.
And you take the
Um,
difference between that and then what, let's say the Dodgers have on the top, they lose because of a cap. I'm sure it's
yeah,
going to even out. I don't know the exact numbers. Maybe
I
it
agree.
won't, but
Parity.
it'll get pretty damn close. And you know what? That's pretty damn worth it, especially when you consider the health of the league is going to be so much better.
Yeah. it's just frustrating because MLB baseball in general has been really hitting a stride. I feel like the last few seasons after kind of being like, oh, it's this 4 hour old person game. It's like they've really been doing a lot of things the last like
Hmm.
5 to 7 years to really
Yeah.
get into a younger audience, speed up the game, and I feel like it's really been hitting its stride. And this is just going to take like a lockout would take every single bit of momentum and wipe it away. Like
Hmm.
genuinely, it would. Um, like I was thinking about it the other day, while I was visiting my parents. I mean, I go to spring training every year
Hmm.
over here in Florida, to see the Red Sox, and I my kid's born, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm able to take my kid to like spring training. Like that's such that's like something I've always wanted to do. It's like it's so exciting to me.
Not
If there's a
next.
lockout, like,
Yeah.
am I gonna be able to take my kid to his first spring training before he's 1? Like, and, like, that kinda hurt me. Like, this is my favorite sport, like, genuinely my favorite sport out of every single sport, it's baseball. And for the love of the game, and like, why do we have to 162 games? I want all 162 of them. I don't wanna lose a single game,
Hmm.
but there's just no shot we don't. And the last time I got a condensed season was COVID season, and that
Hmm.
season blew. Lame, boo, don't wanna see a condensed season again.
Yeah. You might be lucky if you get a condensed season.
I don't I don't see a world where owners can take on the financial risk of missing an entire season. The players could. The players financially could because they are protected by the union. Um, Now you could say, but do we want to lose a year of playing baseball in our careers? That's another argument to be made. But from a financial aspect and just like ticket revenue, advertising revenue, park revenue, like I don't think that they could afford to lose an entire year's season's worth of baseball. So
Hmm.
I would say that yes, we are going to miss games. But I don't think we're going to miss more than I would say we miss at least half the season, maximum half the season. That's it.
Hmm. Hope
There's just too
well,
much money lost if we do. Way too much money lost if we do.
we will see. I mean, we won't know till we get further along, but hoping for the best, man. Hoping they agree to a floor and a cap soon because but will it happen?
Thank you, Los Angeles Dodgers. We appreciate your service in ruining baseball sometimes.
Not just them, bro, and you know that. It's been a thunderstorm brewing for a while. But we're gonna head on to the next topic we have, and
Speaking of thunder,
yeah, speaking of thunder,
speaking of what a segue, Christopher.
yeah,
Look at you,
Russell Westbrook just retired earlier this week, and kind of hit me,
allegedly.
man. Allegedly, no, it kind of hit me, man. The greats we've seen growing up, they're dropping like flies now, retiring, and it's pretty crazy. Westbrook, one of the
Dropping
guys.
flies. Apparently, Russell died.
Yeah,
Dropping like
he's
flies.
gone now. He's
He's
gone.
dead. Russell Westbrook's
But as someone who grew up watching 2010s basketball, all you have to do is show me a highlight reels from 2010s basketball, and I just get nostalgic. I'm like, oh man, Russell Westbrook was the poster child of that for the longest time. Like, not poster child, but he's one of them. Okay,
poster child.
let me have my moment with Russ because he was one of
2010's
my
LeBron might
favorites.
want to have a word with you.
Nah, bro, 2017 Russ was just different. You had to be there. If you weren't there, you don't know.
I mean, I was
I
there.
know you were
Physically
there.
was
I know you
alive
were there.
there.
But no,
Can confirm.
we just wanted to take time to kind of share our favorite Russell Westbrook memory and pay our flowers to him because it's another one, man. It's really kind of just LeBron, Durant, and Curry now. It's crazy how the guys we grew up
Yeah,
with.
it's crazy where we started with them.
Hmm.
Harden, Durant, West on that
Oh
Thunder
yeah, I guess I'm
team. Like, what
disrespecting
could have
Harden.
been? No, you're not. Harden's a loser. I mean, KD's a
I didn't want to
bitch.
say it. I didn't
Harden's
want
a
to say it.
loser. KD's a bitch. Like, we can say it. Like, what's he gonna do? Like, one of his like ghost accounts on Twitter is gonna
He
tweet at
might.
us. Like,
We might have
whatever. Like,
might have some comments down below.
that's fine. KD's a bitch. You ruined the NBA for a few seasons there, you bitch. Um.
But
Harden's a
anyways,
loser.
and Daryl Morey's now I'm playing. Anyways,
But no, like that, like it's just crazy how we started out with those three
mhm,
young kids all together on that Thunder team, and here we are. Westbrook retired first.
mhm.
I guess I don't really. I guess in the moment I'm like, oh, which of them will retire first? I guess I wouldn't have said Russ, but I guess it is Russ now.
Hmm.
KD would have been what I said, but he just aged better than Russ did. Not to say that he's better or worse than Russ. That's a different argument. But it's just crazy. Like, it's a player that we saw grow up before our eyes and retired now. I'm like, damn, that makes me feel kind of old. I feel
Hmm.
old now. Like Russell Westbrook retired, bro. What?
Yeah.
How's but the favorite Russ moment, like
Hmm.
17, right? 17 seasons, is that right?
Yeah, I believe so. 17 or 18. He was drafted in
All-time
09.
leader in triple doubles, like in a season,
Yeah.
all time,
No, oh
like
wait,
back
oh
to back
wait.
MVP.
So yeah, we're going
Like,
on. I think it was 18, yeah, because he was drafted in 08.
yeah,
So it's crazy.
all-time favorite Russ moment.
Hmm.
I mean,
Um, I I'll steal the
go
limelight. I'll
ahead.
go first. So this one was back in 2015. It was
We're not gonna
Orlando
say moment.
Magic versus. Oh no, no way, no shot. Orlando Magic versus OKC Thunder. Russell Westbrook. The Magic and Thunder run back and forth. And Victor Oladipo, about 5 seconds left, takes a step back three, puts the Magic up 3 points. I believe it was like, I don't remember the score, but it put them up by three. Russell Westbrook comes down the court, banks in a half court shot to tie the game and head into overtime. And it was really just a game of them trading blows. I was still so high on Oladipo back in the day when like, as a Magic fan, still so high on him. And I was so excited for this game. So excited. Second game of the season, mind you. See Westbrook bank that shot and rip my soul out of my body. And I knew we were losing in overtime.
Snatched your chain.
Sure enough, Russ and Katie go crazy in OT. They lose, or the Magic lose. OKC wins, and that shot just lives rent free in my head. I remember watching it with my brother, and we were just so shook when he banked that half court shot, and I was like, "There's no way." And I guess you can say that made me least favorite Russ moment, but it's definitely the most memorable for me. And I think back and I'm like, "Damn, Russ was that guy. Damn."
I mean,
Only.
for a few years there, he was in
Hmm.
fact that guy. I will always be appreciative of him for setting the Lakers franchise back years because of that massive overpay that they did to
Let
trade
him
for
live,
him.
man. Let
Thank
him
you.
live.
No, I'm very appreciative of that. Just one of the worst NBA trades of all time. I love it, setting the Lakers franchise back so many years because of how awful that trade was for them.
Just bad fit,
That was
man.
Magic Johnson, right?
No, I
Didn't he
think
make
that
that
was
trade?
after. That was after. That was
It
um,
had to have been Palinka
that was
then.
Palinka. That was Palinka. And it was kind of
God,
like
how did he
it was
survive
a
that?
LeBron
How
move
did he
too.
survive? No, I know it was LeBron, like LeBron push, but how did he survive that, man? That's
Hmm.
crazy.
No, it was a Palinka move.
Um,
LeBron pushed him.
so bad. So bad.
But honestly, him
Um,
being able to kind of turn around his career after that, kind of respectable. Like I thought he was done after that Lakers year. He was able to kind of float around in the league for a few more years. I didn't think he was going to, if I'm being honest.
yeah, I mean, he wasn't too bad for the Wizards. Or did he come from the Wizards, or did he go to the Wizards after
He
that?
got traded. He went from the Rockets to the Wizards, then to the Lakers.
And then Wizards to the Lakers. Yeah,
Then
yeah,
he
yeah.
had a cup. He had, I think, a year in Clippers, which was pretty good, respectable, kind of
Oh
off the bench
yeah.
year for the Nuggets, and then ended it in Sacramento.
Oh my God, I forgot about the Nuggets here
Hmm.
2 years ago. That's crazy. I totally forgot about that.
Hmm. It was respectable. I mean, it was, he wasn't Russ anymore,
Yeah.
but it was
I
respectable.
mean, the Russ it's an experience.
Hmm.
Like,
No, it
he's gonna
is.
give you high energy ball. It's not always gonna be productive, offensively or defensively, at
Hmm.
least towards the later stages of his career, I more so mean. But he was high intensity. He was kinda 101. I'm gonna pick not as much of a deep cup as you did.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna pick the infamous meme reporter after a playoff loss asked or playoff or game loss, I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't remember. He's like, "Hey, Russ, did, the Thunder lose or did the Jazz win?" And
Yeah.
he just looks at her and the famous meme is like, "Bro, what?" And it's like, if you haven't seen the meme, just look up
NBA.
Russell Westbrook meme. It's gotta be
It's yeah. It's the first
the
thing.
only major thing. He's in this green hoodie. He makes the funniest face, and it's a dumb ass question. Hey Russ, did you guys lose or did the other team win? When both are true, it's the dumbest question people have ever asked anyone ever. It's so bad, and he's just like, "What?" and he just walks away. It's so stupid. I'll also throw out there as an honorable mention. Only one of two players to have a 2020 and 20 game outside of
Mhm.
Wilt Chamberlain. Like anytime you're on a list with Wilt, that's special because
Mhm.
Wilt's not real, so he's basically
He's
the
not.
only person to have ever done it.
Yeah.
If I
Only
if,
per-
if I don't see it happen live, if I don't see the video evidence of it happening,
it didn't
didn't
happen.
happen. Didn't happen.
I can watch Russ play
But
in HD. Will, where are you at?
where are you at for real? That's crazy. I'd probably no. I want to see Larry Bird in HD. I miss Larry Bird.
It's not real then. No.
I'm gonna get a 4K remaster of the Larry Bird championship years just to feel good about myself. But yeah, I mean, special player. I mean, the Basketball Hall of Fame's I don't want to call it a joke, but it's not hard to get into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
No,
Also a
but
smaller pool, but he's gonna be he's a Hall of Famer. Never won his ring, kind of sucks, but two-time MVP, all-time triple double leader. Like that's people can make their jokes about how he, I mean, kind of didn't always get ethical assists and rebounds and points, but end of the day, triple double is triple double. Like
yeah,
a lot of those triple doubles he was getting weren't like 10, 10, and 10s. They were usually when he was the number one scorer on that the Thunder team. So it was like 30, 10, and 10. So, and he had some really good playoff moments
mhm,
on that Thunder team. I mean, he at one point had the that great Warriors team down 3-1.
yeah.
Um, they didn't
Ah,
win the series, but they damn sure had him down 3-1. Um, wasn't it his team that Dame did Dame time to? Was that
y-
him?
yes, that was the PG. That was the PG Thunder. Yeah.
Yes, that was the PG Russ
Mhm.
Thunder. Totally unrelated, and not. I don't want to. I'm not trying to slander Russ by saying. I'm just thinking of all the Russ playoff moments that I can think of that come to mind. Outside of obviously the finals run, that is always disheartening. They lost that.
Mhm.
Like they
I didn't
such a
realize either. I think it was 2014, the year they missed the playoffs, but won like 45 games because Katie was out most of the year. He was fifth. He was like fourth or fifth in MVP voting. Had no idea he was that high, or he might have been like third, something crazy
sure.
like that.
Chris, I
Um,
couldn't tell you third, fourth, and fifth MVP voters any year.
that's fair. I'm just throwing that out there.
I mean, I could probably tell you who first, second, and third was this season, but
Back
most
in 20.
seasons I couldn't.
One other highlight in his career I want to highlight that crazy three against the Nuggets that basically won him the MVP, where they kind of inbound it to him. He chucks up a buzzer beater from 30 feet.
Oh,
It was kind of at that moment where I was like, yeah, he's the MVP. I mean, I was always a Russ over Harden guy that year, but I felt like it was kind of undeniable after that.
I was always a Russ over Harden guy. Would
Hmm.
take away MVPs. I never thought Harden was an ethical hooper, but whatever.
That was even before. That was before the super unethical days. Maybe I don't know, but
Mm, all James Harden Rocket days were unethical hoops. They
but
were all pretty unethical.
yeah, shout out Russ, man. I mean,
Shout
fun
out
player
Russ. A
for
hell of a career. LeBron outlasted you. That's crazy.
LeBron outlasts a lot of people. He's probably gonna outlast me. So
It's, are you gonna die?
I don't. I'm. You never know, man. You never know.
Homie's gonna donate his organs to save his fantasy players. Legit.
I might have to. Jaden Higgins, you want my ACL, please? I'll
Yo,
give.
it's crazy.
Listen, man. Desperate
You need to
times call for
stop.
desperate times call for desperate measures, man. But all right, we'll round the.
Bro,
What's up?
Rashad White tweaked his hamstring and joined practice today.
You're
Just came
lying.
out.
You're lying.
Oh my. So it's not supposed to be serious, but yeah, he tweaked his goddamn his what did I say? Hamstring? Yeah. Damn it.
Crazy out here. Can't catch a break.
Anyways, kind of a little not breaking now because it happened like an hour and a half ago at some
Hmm.
time of recording this, but still relatively breaking news here in the NBA, just kind of staying in the same world. Um restricted free agent Peyton Watson just got signed and traded over to the Cleveland Cavaliers from the Denver Nuggets. Denver is getting a first and a second round pick in the trade. Clippers are getting Max Strus. Cleveland's getting Peyton Watson, signing a 4-year, $88 million contract. There's some other moving parts involved with, I want to say, the Wizards and maybe one other team. It's all just like minutia, though. The big stuff here is that Max Strus, is going from Cleveland to the Clippers. Good bench wing for them. I mean, he's productive. Gives you some real size, real shooting, real defense. Denver side is the lamest of this
Mm-hmm.
entire
Yeah.
trade. They get a first in 2031, which is presumably outside of Nikola Jokic's prime, and a second. Whoop-de-doo. And the Cavs get 23, 24-year-old. He's not that old. 24, Matt has to be can't be any older than 24. I want to say Peyton Watson on a 4-year deal, 88 million, $22 million doesn't it
Horrible.
feels pretty reasonable for
Yeah.
Peyton Watson. I mean, yes, people will say it's like really only one true like full year of sample size for like what he's shown. It I think the fit's gonna be great
Mm.
in Cleveland. He gives you some like good versatile defender, can score. I don't really understand this even in the slightest for Denver. I get the whole notion of the second apron waits for nobody. Um, this just feels like a slap in the face to Nikola Jokic, genuinely.
Yeah, it really just feels like they've rolled over and kind of died. This offseason's been a disaster for them. And it's just really kind of frustrating because I
Every
feel like
off
we're just
seasons have been a
it
disaster
really it really
the
has since
past 5 years
2020.
for them.
Yeah,
Like
since they won that chip.
ever since the first time they let Bruce Brown go.
Hmm.
Was that the first domino to fall after they won their championship? It was Bruce Brown, right? Or was it? Yeah,
No, it was Bruce Brown and Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
yeah. Those happened like those are like in separate years, but they're like back to back years where they lost
Yeah.
both those players. And yeah, I mean it's just horrible. And now there's reports coming out that they're heavily linked and tied to DeMar DeRozan. Like, cool.
Okay.
That would be a good fit for this team.
Doesn't move me.
But
I'm sorry.
that's n- no, it doesn't move me. Do I think he's a good fit? Sure. Are you gonna tell me that he's gonna be healthy for 80 games and that he's not a defensive liability at this point in his career and that he's gonna shoot great? I mean, he probably will shoot great because it's opposite of Jokic and everyone shoots great opposite Jokic. But you've shown no ability to move assets correctly. You moved on from Michael Porter Jr., which looks like a really bad trade right now. You gave up assets to get rid of Michael Porter Jr., mind you. Got Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson was horrible for you last year, which is just genuinely bonkers because that felt like a home run like pickup for them last season. You've got Christian Braun, who looks not great on that extension. Maybe top 5 worst contract in the NBA. Zeke Naji, who's been a bad contract since the extension got signed 2 or 3 years ago. Um, and just no one you drafted has developed well, like,
No.
period. Are well enough for you to like hang your hat on. And Jamal Murray is constantly injured. You had one good healthy year of him last year, and you got embarrassed. And what were they, first round outs?
I believe it was first
Crazy.
round. Yeah, first round out.
First or second, yeah, because they lost to the Timberwolves in
Hmm.
7.
Yeah.
Like, or 6, I don't remember. But really? 22 millions? Like, we went through this entire offseason of all this BS with Peyton Watson unrestricted free agency, and 22 millions where you cut it off?
Yeah. It's very disappointing. It's they've really kind of fallen off as one of those top teams in the West. And I'm just like, they're just another team.
Yeah,
Moving on to I guess the other side, Cleveland. I mean, this has been another
there you
offseason
go.
where I've just been very disappointed, but I do like this move. It kind of fills a hole they need. I
Yeah,
think everyone wanted that forward position to be filled by LeBron. Obviously didn't happen. probably the next best option that was available because there wasn't much available.
Yeah.
It went from LeBron up here to shoot, I guess cool, Peyton Watson, that'll work.
Peyton
Yeah.
Watson, come on up.
But I mean, he is a great player. He's
Long-term
gonna
play,
fit that.
it's a better option.
Yes,
But
sure, but I
short
mean,
term,
short term,
yeah.
that would have put them actually in title contention. This is just like
I still cannot believe he didn't sign there. It
crazy.
I will
I would have bet all
I
my money that if I had to bet all my money on one team, I would have said that
it would have been
team.
Cleveland.
But
Yeah, I would have said Cleveland. It just feels wrong. Like like I'm not even a LeBron fan, and it just feels wrong. Whatever.
yeah, I mean,
Whatever.
but I like the move for Cleveland. I'll give them that. It's a fun
Oh, love
starting
it.
five they have. They need more. They need more defenders. He's gonna be great. 3-and-D guy. That's what they need there. It's just a matter of.
Yep.
It's the same questions we ask every year. Can Evan Mobley take that next step? Probably not, but we're still waiting. Can him and Jared Allen figure it out together? Can James Harden and Donovan Mitchell figure it out? Probably not, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Same thing with them.
A James Harden led team's never gonna win a championship, and it's so crazy to me that it's just been like a foregone conclusion all off season. Oh yeah, we're gonna bring back James Harden. Like I would hate myself if I was a fan. It's like, oh yeah, James Harden's coming back. Like it's a foregone conclusion. Like we're not looking at other options. There's no better options for the guard position. It's just James Harden. Like
It would
notoriously
frustrate.
bad in the playoffs. Notoriously. It was bad last year in the playoffs. Straight up embarrassing. It was Donovan Mitchell and the rest of the Cavs that he was dragging along with him for that conference finals where they just got smacked across the floor.
And not that Mitchell's like Trae Young level unplayable defense, but like, why are we pairing Donovan Mitchell with another guard who cannot play defense? Like, it's
Not
mind
even not
boggling.
play defense, doesn't try on defense. It's
Because
not like
that was the problem with Garland, and it's like, okay, at least they're both young.
yeah.
Yeah, Garland has an injury history, but they're young; they can figure it out or whatever. And then you trade for. That's just I never liked
I
that trade
know.
to begin with, and you know how
No,
I
I
felt.
didn't love
A
the
lot of
trade.
people were very on board with it too when it happened, which I did not
Yeah.
understand.
I feel
But
like both of you I are on record. There's got to be a video out there of us because I feel like we talked about it.
mhm.
Maybe not, but you and I talked about it and it happened. Like we both were like, James Harden feels like a gross fit, and shocking, it was a gross regular season. It's not a bad fit. Like it's a good fit regular season, but playoffs we knew it was going to be exposed, and it was exposed. Like even in his prime, James Harden didn't try on defense, and shocking now that he's like 5, 8 years older, he's still not trying on defense. And it was very like he was played off at times in
Bro, it
playoffs
was
against the
so
Knicks.
bad in that New York series.
So ugly
Jalen
to watch.
Brunson cooked him so I don't remember if it was game 1 or game 2. There
It was
was
game
one
one.
game
It was game one they
where they
blew that
were
massive lead, and it
down
just
up
oh my
20
god,
and literally
Kenny.
it was whoever offense. I mean, it was Jalen Brunson offense on James Harden, but it
Yeah, it
ended
was
up
just
being
Jalen Brunson.
whoever offense on James
Kenny
Harden.
Atkinson just watched Jalen Brunson bend James Harden over every play and was like, I'm just gonna
It
sit
was
here and watch this. This is exciting.
it was
Don't
it was
worry.
bad.
Analytically, they won.
Analytically is crazy.
Fucking Kenny
But
Atkinson, bro. What a goofball. What a goofball. Yeah, I think this trade means more for the Nuggets than it does the Cavs. I still think personally.
yeah, I mean, long
I
term.
think that this this lowers the bar for the Nuggets more than it
And it
actually
raises,
raises the
yeah.
bar for the Cavs. And a lot of that also has to do with I still would put them fourth or fifth in the East.
Let's shoot off the dome right now. I'd put T Wolves ahead of them, OKC, San Antonio.
In the
That's
East, you asshole. We're
in the
talking about
West.
the
You know what I meant.
Cavs.
Oh, wait. Are we talking about the Cavs and
I
the
think
Nuggets?
the Cavs.
Okay, sorry. I see. I don't even know what I'm talking about. All
I
right,
mean,
whatever.
even with this, they're probably 4, 5, probably closer to 5. I mean,
New York
you got
Knicks,
Knicks,
76ers.
76ers.
It gets
I
really
think they're
tough because everything
I
kind
think
of
they're in a
blends
league of their
together.
own.
Yes, everything kind of blends together.
I don't think they're any better than Boston still,
Mm,
personally. I would have them like about the same level.
Everything is just so together though. Like from 3 to, I honestly think 3 to 10 is very interchangeable for the East. Like you've got
I'd
your
agree. But if
Boston's,
you
you've
told me the
got
Cavs were the
Cleveland.
5 seed, I'm like, yeah, sure, Cavs are the 5
Yeah,
seed.
you got Boston, Cleveland, Detroit,
Troy,
Orlando, Atlanta, Toronto.
Paces are back.
Toronto's back now too
Pacers.
because no
Do they
Kawhi.
have Kawhi? We
I
haven't
will
talked
see.
about Kawhi. I
We'll
totally
see.
forgot we missed on that.
Yeah, that's a topic
We
for
totally.
that can be a topic on another day.
Yeah, it might need to be.
But that's a whole nother. And then
Shout out planting trees.
Miami,
Plant trees.
yeah, plant and build
Fake ass team,
scoreboards.
bro. Fake
Build
ass team.
build scoreboards too.
Who do they have on that team, Chris?
Toronto?
Nobody. Miami.
Oh, Miami? Oh, they got
There's no
Giannis
one.
and Bam. It's fine.
Okay, and when they have to take a sit when they have to sit down.
Bro, Davion Mitchell's gonna hold it down.
Oh,
Davion
really?
Mitchell got it, bro.
Davion Mitchell and Tim Hardaway. They're only
Yes.
real free
Yes.
agent they signed. Yeah. I
Come
got
on.
you.
I think you're hating a little bit too much on them. They'll still be.
Dude, that roster construction's terrible. They have nobody
They're
on that
still
team.
gonna make the playoffs. You acting like they won't make the playoffs.
I mean, they're gonna.
We're talking
Yes,
playoffs.
they're gonna make the playoffs. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Yes, they're gonna make the playoffs, but like they're like, Nuggets though.
Yeah, now looking at the Nuggets in the West.
You
Timberwolves.
could tell me you could tell like
San Antonio.
I don't see. There's no way they're higher than 5 seed.
I guess. Do you put the Lakers ahead of them? I don't.
Yeah, I do.
You do? I guess
they have more depth. They genuinely have more depth, especially if they go out and get Kuminga. I just think from a depth perspective, they have more depth.
Kuminga, Houston, I don't care
It's
about.
A player.
It's a player.
Houston's what I mean. I would.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how the top of the West I feel like has fallen off, and the East I'm like, okay, there's some interesting.
You've got your top two. You got your top two in the Thunder and the Spurs. It feels like the Wolves are.
I really like what the Wolves did this offseason.
Yeah, they're probably 3-4. The Rockets are in there. I mean, the Lakers again, the Lakers are probably a 5 seed. Nuggets probably 5-6. Warriors are just forgettable and gross.
12 seed.
Yeah, they honestly, the Blazers are still a team. They're interesting. Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting so many teams. It's okay. Give me a break.
Hey man. Yeah,
their ceiling is 8 or 9. That's their ceiling.
Phoenix.
Who else am I for?
Yeah,
Phoenix can be fun. I can see them. Their ceiling still feels like 6 most, but that feels like too high for them. But they're
that middle that middle of the crop.
Yeah, I would say from like 5 to 10, it's gonna be a bloodbath. But
it's gonna be.
It usually is every year.
It's gonna be an ugly bloodbath though. Like I don't. Yeah. It feels grosser than 4 through 10 for the East. Like 4 through 10, I'm like, as a Magic fan, I'm panicking. Like, damn, are we even gonna make the playoffs?
Yeah.
We are, by the way. We're gonna be. Paul's taking that next leap. I'm coping.
I mean, play in. You're gonna make the play in.
No, playoffs. We're getting past the first round.
Oh well, the Celtics can't do that. So.
Say that like y'all didn't win a chip 2 years ago.
What have you done for me lately?
That's pretty damn lately. Do you want me to tell you the last time the Magic won a chip? So. Anyways.
Loser.
I think we're getting towards that point, though. Where it's
we have to plant trees to make Kawhi look good.
Yeah, we have to plant trees to help finance this podcast. So
we have to help plant trees to help finance Steve Ballmer, man. Like, he needs some money.
If y'all got some sponsorships regarding trees or scoreboards, please hit us up because we'll be more than happy to.
Crazy.
But
that's crazy.
But
seriously, guys, we're happy to be back. We're gonna try to be doing this on a much more we are gonna be doing this on a much more consistent basis. Tell us what you liked. If you like certain segments more than others, if you like certain sports over others, if there are topics you want to hear us talk about, we're really not limiting ourselves. We kind of just want this to be kind of an open forum, free form, kind of just like discussion. These are just kind of three or four things we were just kind of passionate about that came up. Um, we're probably gonna come on here and ramble sometimes just
Hmm.
about nothing. Like
Yeah.
probably nothing sometimes. But please support us, watch, like, share,
Hmm.
post, whatever. Um, we're really passionate about this. We are really happy to be doing this again. Sports are awesome, man. Let's fucking
Oh yeah,
go.
man. Yeah, let us know what you think, especially about the new design and overlay. And if you
Oh
enjoy,
yeah.
always hit
Let's
that
new
like and
overlay.
subscribe.
Let's go. We're like professionals
I
now.
know, right?
Hell yeah.
But yeah,
We're like big boys.
hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in, and take care and have a great one, y'all.
Hit like and subscribe even if you didn't enjoy.
Yeah,
Hey,
what he
we
said.
accept haters here as well.
Yeah, you
I
can
am the
hate on
biggest
us.
hater in the world, so I accept the hate.
Hey,
Just
still
like and
helps
subscribe.
algorithm.
It plants trees. For every like and subscribe, a tree
I will
somewhere.
plant
I
a
won't say
tree.
where. For
Yeah,
legal purposes, I will not say where. A tree will get planted.
can confirm. But y'all take care. Have a good one.